So, what are the main implications of only hearing from your provider when your account is due for renewal? I've listed a couple of the main ones. The main one being actually understanding the business and its requirement. When you only speak to your customer when the account is due for renewal, which in the telecommunications industry is really every 3 to 5 years, means that you very rarely actually understand the customer and what they're actually using the services for and how they're using them, which means when it comes to renewing the account and getting the right service in place, you're going to struggle to understand exactly how they use it to put the right solution in place. So that's really the main one, is when you're in regular contact, and by regular I mean every sort of 3 to 6 months, you get a real good understanding for how their business operates and how they're using that solution on a day-to-day basis, so that when you then come to reviewing it the next time round, you've got a better understanding of how it's worked, anything that maybe didn't work, so you can factor that in to the next time you're building the solution. Now the second one is regular reviews. Now what I mean by that is hardware and software. So for a phone system, for example, if it's 2-3 years into the contractual period, are the phones actually working to the full capacity? Do they need upgrading? Are any of the phones having issues? Are they running the software correctly? Just making sure that generally everything is working as it was intended. Number 3 is unreported hitches. Now what I mean by that is, unless it's a service disrupting issue, a lot of the time we find that when we reach out to our customers, we do it every 3 months, we find that actually they say, oh, well, I've got you, this phone needs updating, or maybe it's got the wrong name on it, or it could be that maybe if they've got an options menu on their incoming main line, they want to change one of the options or how that option routes. It could be anything that's maybe not service disruption, so they haven't gone out their way to call us, but it is something they want changed and is a hitch of the system that needs to be rectified. So we find that a lot, that if you only speak to your provider every 3-5 years, those things just go completely unnoticed and never get sorted out. And then changes and tweaks, aesthetic changes, be it, greeting messages, names on the phone, speed dial buttons, anything that is an aesthetic change that would just generally make the system work better. So again, from a phone system perspective, this can pretty much be anything, from speed dial buttons, busy lamp fields, anything that makes it work better on a day-to-day basis. Again, customers accumulate a little list in their head that they think, oh, I'll ask Harry about that, or I'll ask my account manager about that when I next speak to them. And if you don't speak to them for 3 or 5 years, again, it's a pointless exercise. It's something that just never happens. So those are the main implications from not hearing from your provider for years at a time, is these things just can go completely unnoticed and never get sorted out. At Bespoke Connected, we do quarterly check-ins with all of our customers. So we call in every 3 months. It's really only a 1 to 2 minute call a lot of the time, but that's where we uncover some of these things and actually are able to rectify them pretty quickly to make sure that you're always on the best possible service and solution available to you, and it's working to its full capacity.